Welcome back to Linux Network. If you've been following the Linux gaming space for any amount of time, you know that things move fast. But every once in a while, an update comes along that doesn't just tweak things, it completely redefines the experience. Today we are looking at exactly that, Bazzite 44. This is the update we've all been waiting for. It's a massive leap forward for desktop users, bringing in a new kernel, the latest version of the world's most popular desktop environments, and a significant cleanup of the internal architecture. Whether you are a hardcore gamer, a developer, or just someone who wants a Linux desktop that just works while staying on the cutting edge, Bazzite 44 is designed for you. Before we turn into the details of the new kernel and the shiny new UI, I have a quick request. If you find this deep dive helpful, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're dedicated to bringing you the best Linux content, distribution news and gameplay tests, and your support is what keeps the Linux network running. Let's start with what you'll see the moment you log in. For the KDE enthusiasts out there, Bazzite 44 officially brings KDE Plasma 6.6 to your desktop. If you thought that Plasma 6.0 was a big jump, 6.6 is where that jump sticks the landing. The first thing you'll notice is the new Plasma login manager. It's not just a coat of paint, it's a total overhaul of the entry experience. It feels more integrated, more modern and frankly, more professional. The transition from the boot splash to your desktop is now seamless. Inside the desktop itself, everything feels snappier. Plasma 6.6 brings better WLAN support, more intuitive system settings, and that buttery feel that Bazzite users crave. The developers have worked hard to ensure that all the gaming specific tweaks Bazzite is known for, like HDR support and variable refresh rate, work perfectly within the new environment. But Bazzite isn't just for KDE fans. If you prefer the streamlined, focused workflow of Gnome, you are in for a massive treat. Bazzite 44 includes Gnome 50. Gnome 50 continues the transition of refining the user interface to its absolute essence. The workspace gestures are more responsive than ever, and the visual polish is second to none. For those who use Bazzite as a daily driver for work and play, Gnome 50 provides an environment that stays out of your way when you're productive, but looks stunning when it's time to launch a game. It's clean, it's fast, and it's arguably the most stable version of Gnome to date. Now let's talk about the engine room. This is where Bazzite separates itself from your standard desktop distributions. Bazzite 44 is powered by the OGC Kernel 6.19. Why is the kernel version so important? For gamers, the kernel is everything. It manages how your CPU communicates with your GPU and how your controller interacts with your games. Version 6.19 brings better support for the latest hardware, improved power management for laptops, and critical stability fixes. But the real excitement is what's coming next. The team has signaled that kernel 7.0 is just around the corner. And here is the kicker. When 7.0 lands, Bazzite will include the Valve VRAM patch set. This is a massive win for performance, especially for those of you playing demanding AAA titles where memory management can make or break your frame rate. On top of the kernel, we have Mesa 26.0.5. This is the graphic driver stack for AMD and Intel users. Having the latest Mesa means you're getting the most recent Vulkan and OpenGL optimizations. If a big game launched last week, these drivers are what ensures you can actually play it on day one without graphical artifacts. Bazzite 44 isn't just about adding things, it's also about smart subtraction. In this update, Tyxis has been dropped from the KDE images. In its place, the new console terminal has been promoted to the front line. This isn't your grandpa's terminal. This version of console comes with built-in container support. Because Bazzite is an atomic, immutable style distribution, you spend a lot of time working with containers like DistroBox. Having a terminal that natively understands and manages these containers makes the beginner experience much friendlier and the pro experience much faster. We're also seeing an update to Bazaar, now at version 0.7.15, which manages the backend utilities that keep Bazzite unique. In 2026, security isn't just an option, it's a necessity. Bazzite 44 takes a massive leap forward in transparency and safety. They are now using SBOMs, meaning Software Bill of Materials. Think of an SBOM like an ingredient list on a box of cereal. It tells you exactly what's inside your operating system down to the last library. This now powers the changelogs, so when you update, you see exactly what changed. Combine that with build attestation, open SSF security scanning and signed ISOs, and you have a system that is incredibly difficult to tamper with. When you download Bazzite 44, you can be 100% certain that you are getting exactly what the developers built, with no malicious middleman interference. Let's talk hardware. Content creators rejoice. Bazzite 44 now has built-in support for Elgato 4K capture cards. Usually, getting high-end capture gear to work on Linux involves a lot of terminal magic, but here is designed to work out of the box. And for the efficiency nerds, the system image has actually shrunk by 1 gig. The team did this by moving QEMU and ROCm tools for virtualization and AI development out of the main Bazzite image and into the Bazzite DX, meaning developer experience image. This is a brilliant move. Most gamers don't need a full suite of AI development tools taking up space on their SSD. By moving this to the DX image, the standard Bazzite image is faster to download, faster to install, and uses less of your precious storage space. If you are running Bazzite on an Asus laptop or handheld, you're getting the latest and greatest Asus Linux patches via Asus CTL. This ensures your fans, RGB lighting and power profiles work exactly as they should. There is even a brew package in the works to make this even easier to manage. Regarding game streaming, there is a small change to note. Sunshine is no longer pre-installed. To keep the image lean, the developers move it to a new brew installer. You can still get it in seconds using the ujust command, but now is there only if you actually want it. This opt-in approach keeps your system clean of service you might not use. I know a lot of you are deck users. You're probably wondering, when do I get these goodies? The Bazzite team is slow rolling the deck update. Because Bazzite 44 is such a foundational change, they are opening it up for testing build first. They want to ensure that the game mode experience, which is the heart of the Steam Deck, is perfect before pushing it to everyone. It's better to wait an extra week for a stable experience than to have a broken handheld today. Keep an eye on the testing branch and we'll update you as soon as it's ready for prime time. Bazzite 44 is more than just an update. It's a statement. It shows that Linux gaming isn't just catching up to Windows. In many ways, with its security, immutability and bleeding edge kernels, it's actually pulling ahead. Whether you're here for the new KDE Plasma 6.6, the security of SBOMs or the upcoming Valve VRAM patches, there has never been a better time to be a Bazzite user. So, what feature are you most excited about? And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell to support the Linux network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.